Welcome back, everybody. It's Dren 608 with another Dren 608 Plays. I am taking a look at a game called Total Victory by Kraken Studios. Pretty sure that's their name. I understand that they were the creators of Warplan games, so if that means anything to you, I have not played any of those games, so I don't know. we are playing the Barbarossa campaign. We basically have 7 turns to pick up 4 victory cities. And I don't know that we can do that. I don't know the mechanics 100%, but I have a general idea of what I want to try to do. I did make an ill-advised attack here with the 35th and 5th Infantry Division. You can see I've lost 12, 17. If we go to the battles, and you can see here was my field battle. I had, this was my commander that was in charge. It was 4.3 to 1. This was the attack modifiers. My strength was 300. My air support was, I shouldn't have done it the way I did it. His defense strength was here, but he had 337 in defending air support, so I need to get rid of his aircraft. I took 9 in my air, he took 37. I took 17, he took 59. So he's down to effective strength of 2. Okay? So that's what that battle was. Now, I really need to not go forward with ground combat. I do need to try and get rid of some of his aircraft. So I was thinking I would take my fighters and I would try to attack this hex. No? What do I have to do? I have to right click. I took 17. Now on that battle, we can go look at the battles again. And now we have an airstrike airfield. We went in with 200, he had 300. He had 82. I lost 16, he lost 118. And one enemy planes was destroyed. So if I click on this again, I don't know what's actually in there. So I could, 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have 10 movement points left. And I think I want to take this aircraft and go after this one. Let's go after this airplane. Oh, I can't reach there. Okay. So we'll just concentrate on that one. And I didn't do so well in that combat there. That battle. They got one of my airplanes with their anti-aircraft fire. So these guys have no movement points left. So they can't do anything else. So I lost 19 and 11. I lost 30 total. And he was started off at like 200 or 300 or something. Okay. So that doesn't seem to have worked out all that well. I have another fighter thing here, so I think I'm going to go after this one. And then I'm going to go after... can't reach any other airfields. Okay. So it must be there and back again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Why did it take 13 to hit? An extra one to attack with? Okay. Trying to figure out exactly how the air combat thing was working. All right. That one was probably not as good as I wanted it to be. Yeah, see, that one had me fighting the ground troops because I didn't click the airplane right. Got to pay attention to what you're doing here. Dren, you're not doing very well on paying attention to what's going on in the world. Okay, I think we're going to give up on that idea. You should be able to strike these airplanes out of the sky, but I'm not doing a very good job of it. So let's, this is probably a very bad thing to do, but I'm going to go, I have 10 to 1 odds here, so I'm going to go ahead and just attack with the 1 to try and let these other guys maybe ooze around some of these guys and cut off this whole chunk of people here. So let's see how this works. So we're going to just attack with the 1 guy here. And it is shattered. Now, shattered. If we go to the help file, uh, combat modifiers, weather. It's not telling me. It doesn't tell me the results. It shatters instead, but it doesn't tell me what shatter means. Okay. I'm going to pull up the rule book here real quick in my PDF, and I'm going to pull it over here to the side away from us so you guys don't have to look at this nonsense. And I'm going to try to do a search for the shatter. Units can shatter and be forced on the deployment queue for 2 turns. Okay, so they're out for 2 turns. They'll come back in 2 turns. Okay. So that's what shatter means. Notice it took me a movement point there, but I didn't automatically move in. I have to move in myself. Okay? So that's something to keep in mind. But you don't have to like finish all your attacks with 1 unit before you go on to the next. So you can do some movement and things like that to try and get beneficial odds on things. There's a very strong infantry unit there. I don't have really good odds on anything. And in the zones of control, because I think I attacked in that hex, I'm only cost me 1 to go in it. But if I want to go on, the zones of control move like cost you more movement points to move up. So like I can move this guy up here, and then I would be out of movement points, so I wouldn't be able to attack or help in any of the other attacks. Okay? So that's not going to be something I really want to do. I think what I really want to do is I really want to try and deal with this guy here. So if I were to go after, if I moved him to here, see, it would cost me 4. That has to do with the fact that it's the terrain, a river, all sorts of terrible things. So the terrain costs me a lot of movement points. When you see a gray number like that, that means you would be overstacked. You can only have 600 points in a hex, so you have to watch out for that. There's 450 there, so I can't put very much more in there. This is a tough one, huh? Before we decide on that, let's go up here and do something that's relatively easy. I want to get Henko moving on his way to here. To Helsinki, because I don't have anything in Helsinki. And I'm going to have this guy just stay there, I guess. Henkel's not a port, so there's no reason to go there. All right. Now he does have an army here in hmm. Well, I think I'm going to go here. It's a 7-to-1 odds. Let's try it. 22-to-1. And it is destroyed. Destroyed means it's never coming back. But I can't move any farther because of the terrain, so I'm stuck. Going into Viborg, I don't think would be very... I don't know if I can do this. All I get is a 1-to-1, huh? I think I just want to stop there. Let's try to have the Finnish Air Force go after this guy. Oh, he's not doing very good. Didn't do very... Oh, there's airplanes from down here. That was a dumb thing for me to do. That was not right. Okay. Well, I can have him maybe come over this way. And then attack with the German here. 10-to-1. We shattered him, so he's going to be back. And then it costs me 2 movement points to follow up this way. So let's go this way. We've got a really nasty unit here. If I go... Oh god, it takes all my movement points to go there? Oh my goodness, Tonto. That takes all my movement points. Wow. It's terrible up here. Well, we're just trying to find the Soviets. There's one. Okay, there's one. Well, we found them. Oh, I do have some German units up here. I don't think I want to go very far because of supply. So I'm going to just stay like right there. I don't think I want to push too hard until I can figure out what's going on up here. So that takes care of basically the Finnish front. Attacking at 1-to-1 odds just doesn't seem like a good idea. And this guy has not the greatest mobility. Good combat, but not the greatest mobility. Oh, we'll move up a space. So he's got the range to have all these guys be in his command, I guess. All right, that'll do for the north. All right, we got to come back over here. We got to push on here somewhere. They've got some pretty good defensive lines here, so maybe we try to push through this way. Because this is all wooded and lousy terrain and stuff. This terrain is... If you click on a hex... Why is it not showing me the land? Land of marsh. So this is actually a marsh here. Ugh. Okay. I'm going to take this guy, move him here. And I'm going to have him attack here with this infantry unit. 5-1. So I made him retreat. So I could have him move another space to here. Have this one move to here. 14-1. Can we blow him up? And we destroyed him. Then I'm going to go ahead and move this infantry up here so I can see what's in here. Okay, so now if I click on this, I know everything that's in there. It's a very strong thing in Grodno. Oh, that's bad. That's going to be bad for me, but the idea is to try and get my guys around all of this and try to do something about it. So we're going to go here. I'm going to have the infantry. Wow, we can only get one attack in, huh? Well, that's the way it goes. Three to one. I guess we just go for the 5-1 and try and blow him up. Lots of airplanes flew there. All right, we're going to blunt the sword, I guess. Shattered him. We move the armored forward to see what's out here. There's a cavalry unit that maybe we can do something about. Hmm. 10-1. Shattered him. And we can move here to see what's here. Very nasty. Very nasty things out here. I don't like this. I do not like this at all. Okay, he can get to here for 3. And then attack here at 3-1. Oh my. Only 3-1, huh? Oh, that's gonna hurt. Try it. We did push him back. Still only 3-1. Four to one. This is probably a bad idea. What the heck? All right, then we got to move some guys in here to help protect us. This infantry unit can get all the way to here, but wouldn't be able to do anything. But he can't do much of anything else anyway, so he's just going to go here. And we're going to move the headquarters up here. It's not going the way I wanted. 6, huh? Shoot. So I'm not getting... He could go to here and have one attack back this way. 6 to there, 5 to here. Let's go to here. And we'll attack this one at 6-1. We did not defeat him, we just retreated him. That's not fair. I want him to die, and he won't die. All right, we're going to go here. He's going to come here. We're going to attack with everybody here. 7-1 odds. And we shattered him. So that lets my infantry move up. Can't move any farther because of the river. We could try to do a river crossing here. It would only be 3-1, huh? could go here. Look at these huge tanks using amounts of airplanes. How do they have so many more airplanes than me? I'm just going to get shot up by these fighters. My bombers are not going to do well here. No, things are not looking good here. I'm getting shattered apart, aren't I? This guy can move 2 to here just to get closer for next turn. Because he can't attack anything, so he might as well move up. These guys would just get shot to bits. Okay, is this a wise thing to do? Probably not. Well, if I go here, 4 to 1, and 9 to 1. Shattered him again. It's only 3 to 1, huh? Is there a way I can get this guy here? 4 to 1. 6 to 1. Still standing there. 13 to 1. Destroyed. Alright, we're gonna have probably have the infantry. Can't really go anywhere. Okay. I can send up the motorized division. Now in here I have this guy needs to be taken out. Oh no. Oh. Why am I not able to? I do not understand. Wait a minute. I should be able to split this guy off. No, now I'm just moving the armored units. Do I want the armor to go north or do I want the armor to come running over here? I don't know what this is. That's my problem. I don't know what I'm dealing with. I could have the armor come up here and attack. And then swing back. I have no idea. Alright, before I decide that, how far can this guy get? He could get all the way to these guys. Or these guys. No, he can only get to these guys. So if I go here, makes them stronger. These guys can get up the road here or over here to help back up the armor. Okay, okay. I do know there's a couple things that I want to do here. There's what I want to do with this guy is I'm going to use rail movement, and I'm going to put him like here. You see that he just uses all his movement and moves there. Okay. That's because I know that there's, this is Poland in here, I think. See this little red line going along here? This is Poland in here, so you have to worry about bad guys doing things to you in Poland. I'm going to use him by rail to do this. Oops. Right hand. Right click, right click, right click to move. So I'm trying to shore up the places that have production that are inside Poland. That's what I'm doing there. Because in the next time around, I'm going to want to use I'm very confused. I thought Danzig was okay. I'm confused. But I'm using up my rail movements just to try to get these guys into places where they might have Polish partisans messing with us. So that's why I'm doing some of this shenanigans. I don't know if it's a good thing to do or not, but that's what I'm going to do. Put him in Danzig. Okay. So that shows you how rail movement works. You click on it, click on the rail thing, and then right click where you want to go. It'll show you the path that you can take. See, I've got resources here that I should probably guard. So we'll take the guy out of Dresden by a rail, and let's go find that resource hex. This thing. Okay. And if I turn off the victory 6, you can see I have a headquarters sitting in here. I'm actually move this security division into the headquarters hex in a minute. My airplanes are running out of time. I'm running out of ability to help me here. So this is a headquarters. Right, this is the 18th Army. I'm going to move him up to here. And then this guy, I was going to take this infantry division out. And I'm going to move him up here. It's probably a bad idea. But that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to have this stack go at him at 6-1 odds. And then at 10-1 odds. If I took him out, could I make it all the way to... No, I can't make it into... Okay, so... maybe just have the whole shebang run up there. Got a panzer division and a motorized division. And we're going to have him join them. He's going to move one up the road. And he's going to move up to that spot. Okay. I do have a very weak division here that I can't do much about. But I can have him move to here. You can't go and take that guy out, huh? Well, that's rude. All right, we'll have the armored unit move one space that way. Who's this? This is a security division. I don't want him to move. I've got infantry guys that need to get up to the front. It's as fast as they can go. Headquarters need to get up close to. I've got stuff I have to deal with down here, don't I? Okay, I gotta go deal with this. All right, here we go. What are we doing with this? We're already at 30 minutes, and I'm only halfway through this turn. So it looks like it's going to be about an hour a turn because there's so much to do. I really don't have a good breakthrough here, but we're going to just try to roll the side here. So we're going to go here. And we're going to have him go after him at 4-1 odds. Shoved him back. If I move him in there, I can't do anything. If I move him in there, I might be able to nail this guy. 7-1 odds. Shattered him anyway. I could go there. And then 4-1 odds on the armored unit. Did not do as good as I wanted to. Six to 1. Well, we did some damage anyway. 7-1. Shattered him again. So in 2 turns, they're going to have a whole bunch of guys showing up. This infantry guy can go here. And if I send everybody together, 6-1. We destroyed him. Let's move up. Move you here. We'll move you here. We'll try and cross the river attack at 2-1. Probably a very bad idea. Yep, was a very bad idea. Nope, we can't do that. We're not going to take rest. Let's get today. But I think I can have all these guys go after here at 4-1. 6-1. 40-1. Can't go any farther. Okay. All right, we're kind of stuck there. Dang it, habit. I'm not getting as far as I wanted to. Don't have very strong units down here, do we? Not doing real well here. One attack here. 8-1. Now we've got 21-1. Shattered him. Didn't destroy him. I wanted him destroyed. I didn't want him shattered. I wanted him destroyed. All I can do is move like to here. I do have some armored units. I don't think I can take Lvov. Right? Go here. I'm gonna move these guys up. See what's here. I'm gonna move up to headquarters. He needs to get flying this way because I need all the headquarters support I can get. A lot of these static units I don't know what to do with. Romanians are going to be hurting hard here. Hungarians don't do me much good. He is very strong. He is very, very strong. Well, I can take that. And move one out. 17th Army, you're not the greatest general in the world, but we'll put you here to help. First Panzer Group, you're pretty good, so we should probably put you like here. Oh, no, I can't because of health. Put them in there. And then have these two. Then I wouldn't have a good attack on. Well, let's do the 5-1. We'll have him move in here. Have you attack here at 3-1 or up there at 2-1. Not doing very good here. Best we could get is 2-1 here. He's got lots of airplanes there. I don't have any airplanes that can get up here to do anything. What are you? I think you're Romanian. You could go attack this guy. And then just fly up here. Okay, we're not doing real good here. Nope, we're not doing real good here at all. Okay, private marshes are going to become a problem. If I go here, that's all my movement. He could come here. What's this guy got? He could come here. And then 3-1, not the best. Well, we did push him. We did push him. Oh, God. He's got a ridiculously strong armored unit right there. 13-1. Blow him up. No, we don't want to do that. We want to go control. Just these two. 14-1. Took them out. We're going to leave him there. We're going to have this guy can move here. Help support. We're going to have to get the 6th Army down here, I guess. Now, I have a motorized unit that cannot wait to get into combat. I've got a tank unit right behind it. What happens if I go here? Six to 1. And then advance. We got a 3-1. And another 3-1. We're not doing so well there. We should stop. We probably need to have these tanks. Oh, they can't move, huh? I was hoping to get these tanks out of the way and get these tanks in here. Because they can get there with one more attack. So if I get these tanks to back up, and I have these tanks come down here, 6-1. We shattered it. and we'll take it with this guy. I don't know what happened to that airplane. What happened to that airplane? Does it tell me? Okay, so you can see I've got lots of field battles and things going on. Not really what I wanted to see here. I don't see him being in decent supply here. Can't get there, but I can get here. Put the headquarters, that headquarters right there to kind of keep all those guys going. I guess he's got to go this way. I don't know what to do with the security guy. Maybe put him here. Have this guy march up this way. Or does he want to go this way? We'll have him march up this way. That's the 4th Army. I was going to have him move up here someplace. See, it automatically assigns your guys to the army, which I really don't like. One of the things that you can do is with the headquarters. Where's the no. There's something about I can't remember what it is. There's somewhere where you can set your oh, that's what I need to do. First turn production, not production. What was it? Research? No, I haven't got a point yet. Operations. No, okay. So it won't be until next turn that I get stuff. And these guys come in next turn as well. There's only 7 turns because it's like 14 days for each turn. Okay? So you got to get everything moving forward as just as fast as you can. These airplanes probably need to move up some. This airplane can move up to here. Some of them can't move that far. Some of them can. He can only. Oh, I didn't want him to go there, so I'll have him go in the port then. I was moving the infantry unit, not the airplane. Dummy. Not paying attention to what I'm clicking on. All right, I've got the 9th Army. Got 1, 2, 3. Kind of 4 going that way. I got 1, 2, 3. I probably should have this guy coming this way to follow up with these guys. Right? And I'm going to have him moving up this way. Help follow up with these guys. There's nobody really back here other than like some security forces that I could move up. Possibly into Warsaw. I was going to move this guy into Warsaw. These airplanes can move up 2 spaces. This airplane can move up 4 spaces. Let's try to get the air forces forward right now. Then down here in the south, nothing's going to work right. This is going to be a very bad fight. I could go to here, capture Stanislav, but I'm not sure I want to stick myself out there like that. There's some very nasty stuff going on around here. So I thought I would go here. Now see, there's a mountain unit there and an armored unit there. So let's just attack this guy at 10 to 1. We shattered him. 4-1. Forced him to retreat. And then I think we're going to go here at 10-1. Blow him up. Okay. Now, I don't have a lot of forces down here to deal with these guys, unfortunately. So I need to move. Why can't I move him? Oh, because I already moved. He's the wrong one. This is the one I need to move up. Four there and a 6 there. So I could go here and maybe get a 4-1. Kill the airplane. Shattered. Cross the Meister. He could get to Vonus. Do I risk him? Let's risk him. Risk it for the biscuit. Oh, that was a bad thing to do. Because there's a guy there. He's going to kill us. He's going to kill us very badly. That up there. All I can do is get this infantry unit like over here to try and deal with these Soviets. Okay. This is not good. Not good, not good, not good. This airplane's got to move up because he's not going to be any good where he's at. And where's the, oh, I moved him already up there. I do have a big German unit here. I could move him into Resna. Maybe. He's a 4-1 there. What would happen if I moved his headquarters like to here? Let's move him to here. Move the headquarters, say, to here. And then have us attack here at 5-1. And have him advance. Now I have a really big cavalry unit here that could actually get here or to here. This is probably a very bad idea. Yes, that was a very bad idea. All right, you're going to go one this way. You're going to go to here. You're going to go to here. Oh my goodness, they're huge. They're huge, they're huge, they're huge. They're going to crush me very much, very badly. Okay, I think that's all I can really do at this point. I think that's it, guys. That's it, unless I'm missing some. Oh, I'm missing a guy way back here. He needs to get up here on a railroad somewhere. He needs to be on a railroad. We're just going to move him to there so he can maybe be pushed up next turn. He's got to start. Got to get on the ball here. All right, I think that's going to be just about everything I can do at this point. We're going to see what the Soviets do. They're going to probably crush this Panzers. I really pushed them too hard, I think. So this airplane can move up to here. Okay. So that's the end of my first turn. We're going to do the Soviet turn here. If you say end turn. You can see them all moving around. doing a whole bunch of attacks. Moving his stuff around by rail. Okay, no events reported. 195, 15 oil used. Manpower pool very high. Oil reserves are still high. Nothing to report. Partisan strength. Poland is 1. 364 manpower, 95 steel, 26 vehicles, 20 aircraft. Okay. So that was the end of the turn. And it always comes back to here. So if you look here, it looks like he pulled out his aircraft, backed up a lot of people, so as I can't go running around and just grabbing anything and everything I want. So it is now July 6th, 1941. You'll see up here, there's a little plus up here. That means that I have people that I can deploy. And when you bring them in to deploy, they can't go anywhere. That's like their whole turn is to move in and just be there. So I'll have these 3 infantry divisions deployed over in Germany. And then next turn, on July 20th, before I deploy these guys, I will entrain these guys and shove them probably down to the southern front. And then it won't be until the following turn, August, that I'll actually be able to do anything with them, I believe. I believe that's how that works, sequentially. So I got some decent reinforcements in here. It's one of the reasons why you want to push the headquarters up to being only a couple squares away from your guys, because it helps get the reinforcements into them. We're doing okay, but we did not get any, where's my victory points? Reports. So, losses, you can see here, the Soviet Union lost 3883, 351 tanks, and 963 aircraft. I lost 744 infantry, 192 tanks, 127 aircraft. Finland lost 27 aircraft to 17 infantry. Romania lost 57 infantry and 13 aircraft. So we've got problems. Victory-wise, we're still where we were. Units, you can see it will show you like all your units here. You can click it by experience, readiness, upgrade level, specialty, condition, strength. Okay. And if you scroll down here, you'll see like here's the 17th Army is at 98%, 1st Infantry is 78, 79, 63. So a lot of these guys are, the armies are going to be at readiness because I didn't use them for fighting, just moving. But you'll see a lot of these, my aircraft are down, okay? And their experience is up a little bit. Their readiness is only at 70%, which will affect how they fight, okay? So here's a combat. And you can go by strength, name, type, stuff like that. So you can show that. You can show the hexes they're in as well over here. Type, tell you that, name, and so on. And you can look at all of your units like that and see where things are and stuff like that. Okay. Achievements, none. We talked about losses, forces. Kind of gives you a general overview of the forces. We are outnumbered, obviously, badly. Locations. It'll show you places and what they're giving you, kind of stuff. So that's important. This is manpower, industry, and so on. And then we're going to take a quick look at research. We still don't have any points for research, so we're stuck there. The operations points, we now have 26. Okay. Offensive takes 260. Amphibious takes 280. Artilleries take 260. Support partisans, I would never do. Recon will help me maybe see what I'm going to do, so I might try to pull off a couple of recons. And same thing with that. I just don't have the points, but I might try to do a recon or two. Because you can see they pulled out of here. They just ran away, which is smart because, you know, a bunch of units here died. So they need to pull back so that they're trying to keep me from Kiev. And you see there's a whole line of bad guys here, and I do not have the troops. So these guys have to swing south and come this way, pushing on Kiev. We're going to have to do something about the marshes here. We still have some guys here at Brest-Litovsk. Where's the ground units? Yeah, see, we have not taken Brest-Litovsk, which is important because you need to take that and then push like a division down here so that you can come around on either side of the marshes and not deal with this. So I'm having problems here trying to get through this. And I don't have a lot of turns. I've only got 6 turns left, and I haven't taken any victory cities yet. So everything's bad. Up here in the north, looks like they ran away. They're going back to define. You can see they're running here to defend Leningrad from the Finns. Up here in the north, it'll show you that this guy ran away that direction. This guy stayed there. He's waiting for me to show up, so he's probably fairly strong. Same thing, these guys are like, no, we're not going to let you have the port. And from Murmansk, it looks like they retreated into Murmansk or something like that. So they did some shenanigans here. So we'll have to advance another hex and see what we can find out. But like these guys here, where does it? Is it here? Did I get the? It's not showing me the individual unit. I'm really confused. Anyway, if you have a stack of units and there's no actual leader, no army they're contended to, you see they get an automatic leader like that. You just get a 314 leader is what you get. So, but I'm pretty sure their readiness is not up to snuff. All right. And of course, there was a whole bunch of battles. You can go through each one of the battles and see how badly you did. It tells you which headquarters was running the battle and stuff like that. And it tells you the results. So defender retreats, shattered, retreats, shatters, retreats, shatters. Getting lots of shatters, not deletes, not kills. Got a destroyed there. Retreat. 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 No, that was a shatter. This one was nothing. Destroyed. Retreats. So you really want to get destroyed because shatters means next turn they're going to show up. So they're going to drop them in places like Kiev, Smolensk, all the places I want to get to, and they're going to be in my way. So we need to kill off these 2 armored units and then advance as fast as we can up the road. We need to get rid of these guys around Brest-Litovsk, which is going to be kind of hard to do. And then we need to push this way some to try and get around these guys, grab Romanov if we can, get this mountain unit, grab these cities with the Romanians and the Hungarians, and then just advance slowly on this line of the, is that the Dnieper? What river is that? I don't know what river that is. This is the Dniester. That's the Dnieper. What river is this? Privedeni? What does that say? Fivdenal Boo? I don't know this river name. I know the Dniester, I know the Dnieper. I don't know this river name in between. I don't remember this river being here. I don't remember there being a major river here. Obviously I want to grab some of these resources from them to mess up their production and stuff. But I have a lot of issues to deal with. I'm sure there's somebody in Odessa. He wouldn't just give me Odessa. See, it looks like somebody retreated there. See, they do show you kind of where they think the arrows went. So they're showing you kind of how things moved. So you get some idea of what the enemy was doing, sort of. They're not absolutely specific. They kind of give you general ideas of these guys ran this way kind of thing. And then you can advance. And I strongly suggest that, like, when you're advancing things like the Hungarians here or the Romanians, You just move like one hex and see what you see, so you don't end up adjacent to bad guys which you can't handle. Because I was sure they were going to just totally destroy this second cavalry brigade when I stuck it out there, but they chose to run away to preserve their strength because they would lose their. Um, excuse me. You do use your strength to get these things to attack people, so they're like, nope, we're just gonna retreat, take a little bit of readiness hit, and just build the line here. And you can see it's already building. It's going to be way more than I can handle because I just don't have the strength down here, which is why some of this is going to have to push this way right here. This has got to be a major push this way. There's got to be a little bit to just take care of this and get it out of my hair. And then it's major push this way to try and get to Kiev. And then those infantry divisions that I'm have up coming in, they're going to be railed down here for the final push across the Dnieper, and hopefully I'll have enough oomph to get this one, which is one of the victory cities. So I can get 2 down here, and I can get to Smolensk is the other one. That's 3. And I need to get to 13. I need to get 4 of them. So I need to get 2 down there. I need to get Smolensk, and I need to get to Tallinn. Tallinn usually will fall. You just kind of gotta, roll along here and grab all this stuff as you're going. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So yeah, there's a lot going on here. He still has lots of aircraft floating around. I know he's got more aircraft back here, so I'm going to have to do a bit of a scout with maybe one of these weaker units. Try and move it up here and see what, move it to here and see what's going on where I'm going to be facing nasty things. Don't have a lot of turns to play around and scout properly, which is why I thought I might try to do the recon thing from like an airplane here within 12 hexes. And it's like, what was it recon said? Reconnaissance says, current encryption, when the more of their encryption code is broken, the greater probability of revealing all enemy forces within designated radiuses. Launch a recon flight from a hex within 12 hexes of your nation's air unit to unmask enemy forces with a 3 hex radius. So if I launched from there and I dropped it like here, I could see kind of everything that's floating around there and then maybe be able to figure out what's going on and then save some points so that when next turn I can do like a reconnaissance on the way to Minsk and stuff. So I'm thinking like right here and stuff like that. Just try and figure out what's going on here, getting towards the Dvina, because I've got the Dvina and then the upper Dnieper up here that I've got to get across to get to Smolensk, which is going to be a problem. So I've got to I need to delete these things, not shatter them. Because next turn he's going to have a whole bunch of units come back from that shattered status. And I don't know how strong they come back, but I believe they come back at least at the strength they were at when they're shattered, or they come back with reinforcements attached, which can be a problem for me. Okay. Anyway, that's turn 1, a little bit over an hour. So yeah, it's going to be about an hour a turn, it looks like. All right. And we'll, at the end of the German turn, we will do the Russian turn so we can see how badly they maul us. And then we will move forward from there. So if you like what you're seeing, please hit the like button. Please leave comments and share it with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. It helps us small creators keep going. So it's kind of, it's really nice if you guys can do that for me. Who's not in supply? Who do I have highlighted? I don't know what this means. Non-supply, non-supply. I don't know who these units are that have I don't understand why that's there. I don't understand why that's there. So somebody's not receiving supply. Oh, I know what I can do before we leave. Let's show up the supply thing. So maybe he's not in supply? I'm not 100% sure. What's going on there? But we're doing pretty good. Okay. Well, we will figure it all out next time, right? Anyway, yeah, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really helps. And if you do subscribe, you'll get notified like when uh, I put up polls on like what you want to see me do next and things like that. So this is definitely going to be on the radar when it gets fully released, probably near the end of the year. They claim it's going to come out in September. I'm like, there seems like there needs to be a lot more that he needs to maybe polish up. So maybe he might put it off till like maybe November and make it a Christmas release. I don't know. They claim this is going to be scheduled for September, but I'd hate to see him push it out uh, with any major issues in it. So far, it seems to be working pretty good. But if you're going to go to like a global level, I can't see that being completely done because I haven't seen any testing of the naval battles and how the whole naval thing is working. So that's something that I'd want to see how it works before I pass any final judgment. Okay. There is a second scenario out for North Africa, and there's a little bit of naval stuff there. So you get an idea of kind of how the naval stuff works, but it's not 100% sure that it's the right thing to do. But we will attempt to. I don't know what that means. What that little symbol means on the units. Yeah, but the Germans are limited to like 450 strength, I think, in this scenario. And I think the Russians can be 600. I think that's how it works. So, oh no, it looks like I can be 450. I'm really confused. All right. Anyway, that's enough of that. I babbled long enough. I do stream on Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. It's all my streams tend to be computer role playing games. Right now, I'm doing a Baldur's Gate 3 binge. Two of them are going to probably be ending here by August sometime. So we will be starting up two new ones: Dragon Age Origins Unlimited and Divinity Original Sin 2. Because I've heard good things about both of those games, and I got them for Christmas this last year. So in 2025, so in 2026, they will be hitting the channel, and then I'm going to be doing this for a few episodes, and then I will also be doing other stuff that's coming up. So if you subscribe and hit that notify bell, you'll know what I'm going to be doing when I'm going to be doing it. And over here is the save game. We want to uh what did I call these? Vid barb 2. So it'll be the turn that I'm going to be playing is what I'm going to be saving them as. And there we go. So we've done it. All right. And there you go, guys. All right. I'm Gen 608. Until we meet again, stay safe and bye bye.